School choice and energy are two major topics in Harrisburg, of course. The Conservative Commonwealth Foundation has its views and has been a strong advocate on both of those issues for years. And joining me now is the new CEO, newish, 7 months.
Short 7 months.
Of the Commonwealth Foundation, but he's a former state representative. This is a state representative and former state representative week on This Week in Pennsylvania.
I love it.
But let's talk about school choice.
Sure.
Big issue for you. What do you say? A lot of folks believe taxpayer dollars should not be used for private and or Catholic schools, that kind of runs afoul. What do you say to them?
Well, I say education dollars should be spent on the best education. And it should be up to the family of that student, whether that's private school or public school or charter school or homeschool. The money should follow the student, not be used to prop up a failing system.
Well, it seemed Governor Shapiro signaled that he was supportive of that concept, a couple of years ago. That got a lot of folks at the Conservative Commonwealth Foundation excited. Wow, you got a governor that seems that he's interested. He's since backed away. Yeah. What is the political path forward?
Candidate Shapiro was very supportive of what we call Lifeline Scholarships, giving a lifeline to these kids in the bottom 15% of schools. Governor Shapiro, he came and actually vetoed his own campaign promise. The path forward is coming to the table and making sure that we actually approve Lifeline Scholarships for these kids. And by the way, 10% of these kids in the bottom 15% of schools are proficient in math. That means 9 out of 10 are not proficient in math. We got to get them a lifeline.
You're a former state lawmaker, as we've said. What did it signal to you that the governor is saying yes, but then it went the other way? House Democrats got in the way?
I think he's listening to special interests and not the people of Pennsylvania. When you start listening to inside the bubble, the special interests, the public sector unions, and not the kids of Pennsylvania, not the families of Pennsylvania, sometimes it can steer you wrong, and we hope the governor starts listening to the people of Pennsylvania.
We're approaching the budget here, as you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it something that you think can get done
100%.
Anytime soon?
It can absolutely get done. We've got a big budget negotiation coming up. We hope the governor's at the table and that he cares enough about Pennsylvania families to support and enact Lifeline Scholarships.
Another big topic for your organization is energy. Pennsylvania obviously has plentiful natural gas. We're the number 2 producer and number 1 exporter of natural gas, as I understand. But what do you say to folks with climate change concerns, global warming concerns? Because I'm assuming you're like drill, baby, drill, and the more the better.
Absolutely, and you should be very excited about natural gas, because if you look at every chart, as natural gas production increases, emissions decrease. It's clean, it's affordable, it's reliable, and by the way, we have enough natural gas under our feet in Pennsylvania to power the entire electric grid in the country for decades.
And there is an issue that's going to force us to make some decisions, because the PJM, the grid, has already said moving forward, our demand is going to outpace our production, and then that also consumers get caught in the middle when the prices go up.
Absolutely. If you want reliability, stop mandating a certain percentage to be these alternate sources. Use clean natural gas, use coal, use nuclear, and make sure we have a reliable grid. That's why we believe in reliability standards for energy producers, and we believe in not handicapping the industry with these artificial mandates.
Let's talk about the possible return of 3 Mile Island. Obviously, that's an iconic place with a past. Are you supportive of nuclear? Are you in all of the above?
All of the above. And you saw a private enterprise free market solution where there was a deal made to power with 3 Mile Island and bring that back. That's the way it should be, not with these subsidies and bailouts.
Let's talk about the red wave in the last election. Commonwealth Foundation, some of the people you contributed to were successful, obviously. You're excited about that, or maybe that's your offshoot. That's your offshoot. Okay.
Another independent organization.
But let's talk about President Trump and tariffs, because I know your organization is not afraid to go after Republicans if you feel they're on the wrong side of free market type things.
Sure.
Tariffs, most economists say, are a bad idea. What do you say?
What I would say is, look, some policymakers believe tariffs are a way to level the playing field, especially in the face of unfair foreign practices. What we say, one, I don't think the dust is completely settled on the national debate, but here on the state level, Commonwealth Foundation is focused exclusively on the state. How do we make this economy thrive? And we do have a chief executive here who is enacting a tax hike, which is the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. It would make everyone's energy bill go up by $100 a month if RGGI continues, and we got to stop it.
Andrew Lewis, CEO. Thank you, Commonwealth Foundation. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me on.
Stay